Hello, it's Alex. Sorry, I'll stop doing that. Oh, another day and I'm out here with Jessie. I've covered up most of her because I'm going to be spraying in that arch and I don't want overspray going on the bodywork. So I've covered up, majority of it. All the suspension components I want to rebush and paint, they're all off. Lyndon helped me with the final part, just getting the bottom arms off. And now he's still helping me because he's out here in the shed. Now he's got music on, so we can't stay in here long. But there's Lyndon in the shed, wire brushing all my rusty suspension bits. Gross. There's P6 suspension bits in here as well. So we're all masked up here. I could have taken that shock absorber out of there, but behind it is not rusty at all. So I thought, sod it, I'm just going to mask the shock absorber up and the brake pipe. We don't want to disturb that. And I'm just going to go mad and paint it all. And the anti-roll bar there, I haven't gone mad on. I'm going to put a bit of paint on it, but I'm actually going to replace this with a heavy duty anti-roll bar. So I haven't bothered removing it or anything because that can be done another day. First coat of red primer. Now I haven't had to primer it all. I only had to put primer on any sort of bare metal or anything like that. So I've just gone over anything. It was hard to see where the bare metal was because I've used that rust killer that turned it black. But I'm pretty sure I've sprayed all the troublesome areas. I'll spray them all again and again and again. And then I'm going to go for stone chip paint. So I think that's the most durable. I used it on Peggy and it's been really good. Strange way to sit. Your feet. Lyndon's putting rust killer on my spring. That looks like a really boring job. And I've put rust killer on all the other bits that Lyndon's wire brushed for me. They're in here. That's the bit I just did. That's just drying. I haven't really had you out for any live action stuff paint wise because one, I think constantly watching me must be so boring, and I'm sure you've seen enough of me doing that on other things. And two, there's not a lot of room down here, so I think you just get in the way and end up with paint on your face. But I will put you on for this moment because it's always nice to see the red oxide primer turn black. So I've put 3 coats of red oxide primer on, and now I'm going to go for the stone chip. I don't know how many coats, just until it looks good. When the stone chip's dry, I'm then going to put just a coat of glossy black just to make it look nice under there. And that's it. Whew. Oh dear me. Right, come on you. Get out of the garage. You're in my way. Ba, 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 ba. I got a black finger. I've put about 3 coats of stone chip under here, so I think she's pretty well protected. The next stage will be I'm going to put some glossy I don't know, I suppose just gloss black over the top of this stone chip. And the chassis itself and some of the inner arch, the bits that are open to the elements really, the bits that suffer with stone chip from the road. I'm going to put some thick wax oil on, I think, some brush on stuff. So here we are, everything is painted in the stone chip. Even the wires, because I couldn't be bothered to mask them or anything. I thought, sod it, they'll be alright. And yeah, most of under here, I say I wouldn't normally paint things like the rubber bush there, but I say I'm going to be replacing this at some point, maybe Christmas time or something. I just want an uprated anti-roll bar. Yeah, she's good, very good. I'm very happy with it. So I let that dry for a couple of days while I'm at work. Maybe even one day. Maybe tomorrow evening when I come home from work, I might have a bit of spare time just to put a bit of glossy black over the top. Gives it a bit of extra protection and it will clean a lot easier than this stone chip stuff. Yeah, I'm really happy, and hopefully there's not overspray all over Jessie. Seems to just be lots of dust. Today's the day we put Jessie back together, or at least try to put Jessie back together. I got Lyndon helping me. We've both hurt our backs just trying to get the first 2 bushes in. They've just been a really tight fit. Trying to get the lower arms on, oh, it's just been a nightmare. I don't know if there's a knack to it or what, but I think Lyndon's done it. Have you done it?
I think so. Just needs.
You think so?
Hammering in a bit more.
Oh dear. Let's have a look. So there we are. This bottom arm's on, and this one over here. It's just been a right pain trying to get them in and push the bushes in. We've used loads of red rubber grease. We tried heating the rubbers up with hot water, and it's just been a nightmare. We were struggling to get that arm over the last bit of thread there, so I came up with the idea to use a ratchet strap to pull them in. That worked. The worst bit is lining it up, isn't it? Right, let's just reach the top now. I presume everything is in there.
I'd like to come back with the jacket a little bit.
Back. Okay, is it good?
I think so.
You sure you want to be that close with your hand?
No.
I don't know, just a bit scary, isn't it?
Of course it's fucking scary.
Right, it's getting near that shock absorber thing there.
Yeah, well that shock absorber should compress.
It will, yeah. We don't want it getting caught up. How's it looking?
Looks like it's going in. Where's your bolts? Have you got bolts ready?
Yeah, they're ready up there. This is terrifying.
Keep going, you're doing fine. I have still a problem.
What?
That wood's going to touch the disc.
That will go up though, won't it? The disc will go up because there's no top arm, it will just pivot. Right, that over there looks like it's about to catch, or it is catching. That lump where the...
Yeah. What do you want me to do about that?
I don't know. What do you think? I'm a bit worried about you. Getting too close to it.
You're gonna have to move the jack round, I think.
The jack.
There you go.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's clear.
I mean, the holes are nowhere near lined up now, but... So what do we do now? Move it so the holes line up a bit?
Yeah, no, come back.
Oh.
You're gonna have to go up and then move it.
Okay. Oh, mind your hands, sweetheart. It's just scaring me. It doesn't seem to be happy. It's not lined up, is it?
No.
Oof. Scary.
Might give it a pump. Right, okay. Can you shifty the jack that way a bit? That'll do.
It's nearly lining up, isn't it?
No, what about a hole out?
Going up?
I don't know what going up's going to do.
What's
We need to
stopping
scoot the pan that way now.
Go back down.
No. Just keep your eye on it. I reckon that's somewhere liking it.
So what? Sneak a little bolt in this back one. Some idiot bought shorter bolts. Some idiot bought shorter bolts. It's going to make it a bit more awkward as well.
I know you want them the other way.
Yeah, but just to get it started.
Can you push the jack in a little bit?
In.
Okay.
I think that axle stand's stopping us now.
I'm not touching it, but
Oh. I couldn't shove it.
no. Okay.
When you leave it there, I thought it lined up.
Yeah, I thought it did as well, but I can't get the bolt in now. Something's moved somewhere.
Shit, no.
Washers are stuck together.
Washers, just put bolt in.
I haven't got enough hands.
I'm scared.
I know you are, don't worry about it.
I'll hold that one.
Right, that's one started.
I can see why the threaded bolt option would be better in this case, because lining it up's a bit awkward.
There's two started.
Well done. Up.
Try it, yeah, see what happens.
Ooh,
Go
it's
on.
lifting the whole car.
Okay.
And something slipped a little bit as well, so. Is it worth coming down a bit? That might line it up.
I mean, what would be good now is
A longer one.
some longer bolts, yeah. Just to get it started. Have we got anything?
Shall I try coming down a little bit just to see?
Try it, see what it does, but it's just going to make the line bigger.
Yeah. That's not helping.
Now I reckon if we got a longer bolt, just to
You
put
go
that,
back up.
square that back one. Yeah, you can a bit, yeah. Oh dear.
That's it. That's as much as it goes up.
Oh, my bolts are work.
So we got it up so far with the jack, and now we're just using a longer nut and bolt just to get it to square up, really. One on each side, a longer one. So at least now it's not going to ping out on the floor. Better go at the other side as well.
My arm's going dead.
Oh. Why didn't you go and have a wee?
Are you still filming?
Yeah. The spring is now secure with 4 nuts and bolts for now. So now, if I did let the jack down, it's not going to spring out and take anyone's eye out, which is good. Before we can let the jack down, I've got to put these top bushes in, which look like a right pain. Well, these do up here anyway. Yes, a tight fit. Ooh, me and Lyndon are knackered from doing this job. Getting the bushes in is a right pain. So here we are. Got the new bushes in here and here. That was a pain. You had to have the pin out, put that arm in, and then push the pin into that arm. Otherwise you can't get it on because there's a nut and bolt sticking up there. Getting this on was a pain because this is a new one and it was too tight. I had to stretch it open on the vise, and then we had to let the jack down to sort of push it up so I could get the nuts and bolts in. Right pain. But I did it. And now what I've got to do is attach the shock absorber and the anti-roll bar link pin, and then we've got to put all these new nuts and bolts along the spring hanger. And I think that's about it. Scary. She's holding it up by herself. Well, she's definitely all back together now. The only thing we struggled with was this track rod end here. I was hoping to change that, but Lyndon and we couldn't undo it. We think it's going to need a bit of heat and stuff, and the tracking's probably going to need to be done again. So I decided I'm going to take it to a garage that can do tracking, get them to change it over and do the tracking again. So that'll have to wait for another day. We just put a new split pin in there and put it back together. What else? Anything else exciting? I didn't change my shocks because they're about 14 years old, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with them in my eyes. It's money that I don't need to spend. I didn't change the springs. They look completely solid, and again I think they were changed in about 2008. Anti-roll bar, I want to get the uprated one, so I didn't change the rubbers. Well, I have got new rubbers, but I didn't bother changing them. I'll wait till I get a new bar. And what else? That's it under here, really. It's a shame about the track rod in. We've got little washers on here to stop the pins rattling, but we still have got rattly pad in there, so I've seen some anti-rattle shims for sale for a P5, and I think they'll fit in there okay, so I'll order them. I'll get someone else to do the track rod. And this side, in my eyes, is completely done then. Then it's on to the other side. Before I put the wheel back on as well, I'm just spraying the edge of the wheel arch just to make it all look tidy, really. Well, I think that's it for today. I don't think you need to see any more. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.